A panel of magicians, James Randi, Penn and Teller, Ray Hyman, and Jamie Ian Swiss, discussed skepticism and ethics in stage magic. And one name kept coming up.
What about the performer who is one of us, a skeptic, doesn't make psychic claims, doesn't say in front of an audience, I have supernatural abilities, but nonetheless lies and says, and I'll ask Teller to follow up on this because of your association with Darren Brown. They say, I don't have psychic abilities, but my deep understanding of human psychology allows me to know what card you're thinking of, or what your age is, etc.
I've had an ongoing argument with Darren for 5 or 6 years, and he is gradually moving to our side. And you can see that in his most recent book.
But Darren, even though he says it in the book, and even though he says a one-line disclaimer in the show, man, it goes by quick in the show.
Just 2 months later, on September 9th, 2009, Darren Brown appeared in a special edition of his UK program, The Events, in which he accurately predicted the outcome of the lottery on live TV.
Thank you for coming and watching that too. So, tonight, I'm going to try and predict at least 5 of the 6 lottery numbers you need to win the jackpot. So, you can flick between the BBC and Channel 4 if you want. This will warm up in a second to see that this is absolutely live. 35 and 39. Those are the lottery numbers for this week: 2, 11, 23, 28, 35 and 39. And ladies and gentlemen, my prediction for the lottery numbers this week are 2...
The trick itself was awesome, but what he said right after he performed it was even cooler.
Please watch on Friday night. I will explain how I did this and how you can do it too if you want to get...
And yet when people tuned in that day, what they got was a magic equivalent of an infomercial.
National Lottery. Tonight, I'll show you how I did it. Today, I'll show you how I did it. I'll tell you after the break. After the break, all will be revealed. A powerful, beautiful secret that can only be achieved when we all put our heads together. Tonight, I'm showing you how...
Considering the complexity of the method, a genuine reveal would have been impressive and informative. But it never came. Don't get me wrong, like any illusionist, Darren Brown is entitled to his secrets. But he offered this himself. He promised. Instead, the show was filled with simpler tricks.
There's a mouse in one of the boxes. There is no mouse! There was no mouse! However, it was important to get you frightened.
Some, dare I say, bogus information about statistics and psychology.
It's not psychic. It's a kind of deep maths. But this deep maths finds predictability in randomness. Just think about that for a second. As groups, we make far better decisions than experts on their own ever do. The wisdom of crowds.
And a tall tale about how a group of volunteers, averaging their own guesses, provided Darren with the winning lottery numbers.
Could emotions, like greed or the anticipation of winning, psychologically get in the way of picking the right numbers?
An explanation so contrived, it no doubt spontaneously lowered many viewers' IQ.
All of us believing that we can do it is what made it happen.
Seriously? Look, it's simple. Darren promised to share some information with you if you watched. You watched, and he didn't deliver. That doesn't sit well with me. Now, I'm not in the habit of revealing magic trick secrets, but consider this informed opinion.
I think some magicians think that by doing the tricks and saying this is not real, that's as good as actually explaining it to the person. I don't believe that. I don't think they should have to take your word for it. I think you show them how the trick works and they go, oh, it was fake. I don't think we need to go, oh, this is a magic trick, we mustn't explain it, because I think it's more important that the person, have that evidence before their eyes.